Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday to you guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well and hopefully you had a great sales weekend. Ours was just kind of blah, right? Just kind of
Yeah.
I mean, we had like probably our average. It wasn't great, wasn't bad. At the end of the day, we're just going to keep pushing and that's all we can control. So hopefully you guys did a little bit better than we did. Um, Came across, the summertime is really generally a slow time for reselling news, and went through some of the articles on valueaddedresource.net. Go check out Liz Morton's work. She does a great job. And I came across something that was kind of interesting and I thought would be interesting to you guys, and that is to spark the discussion. What do you think about the future of live selling? Now, some of you might say, okay, it's reached its peak. This is where it's at. Once eBay got in the ring and they started littering the front page with their live programs, that would kind of be the max on this. But I'm wondering, we look back to the history of reselling. We look at when eBay first came on board in the late 90s or the mid 90s, and it was all auctions. That's all you could do is an auction. And then in the year 2000, they added to the auctions a buy it now, to where you could say have a 99-cent auction, and if you want to buy it for $20, you can buy it now and it ends the auction. And then in 2002, they came out with the fixed price listings, which competed with the auctions. But from what I recall, auctions still were the thing for many years, even beyond that. And I don't know why that is. Now, that's not to say that people didn't use the fixed price listings, but it seems that from my memory, it seems like people wanted to get the bidding going, and then they had that higher price. And I even remember being that we had a reserve too. Sometimes people set a reserve, which is I won't sell it on auction unless I get at least this much. And then, of course, you got to pay a fee for that and all that. So it was kind of a mess. And then we saw sort of in the mid part of the 20s, the 2000s, we saw.
Did you just say the 20s?
The 20s, that's now. The mid part of the 2000s, we saw where buy it now listings or fixed price listings were starting to take over. And that's kind of where we're at right now with eBay Live, in my opinion. Of course, auctions kind of died off from that point. People still utilize auctions. I'm not saying that auctions don't exist. And for some categories and some sellers, it's part of their strategy. So I'm not going to knock it, but it's nowhere near what it used to be. And I'm wondering with this push for live selling, and not just on eBay, you got Whatnot, eBay, StockX is making a run for live auctions. It's shoes and stuff, like designer shoes. And it kind of makes me wonder, is this kind of the thing that in 10 years we're going to be saying, hey, if you're not selling on live, you're really missing out. And the fixed price listings, while there's always probably going to be a place for that, where people don't want to play games and bid on things, whether it's live or not. I'm wondering how much market share is the live listings going to take from the fixed price listings, and it may be more of a concern in your collectibles categories. And in my opinion, I mean, if someone's shopping for a certain thing, I mean, they may look at a live auction, but unless that certain thing is being offered to them, they're probably going to go find it on a fixed price listing. But what spurred my thought about this was the conversation with that Liz Morton, actually the article that Liz Morton put out. It was yesterday, actually 2 days ago. eBay Live touts an 8x growth, but scale remains hard to measure. So it's really hard to measure because there's nothing really to compare it to. But just to kind of go over the article real quick, eBay says live selling is growing quickly, pointing to 7-fold to 8-fold year over growth as it expands into new countries, opens more categories, and spends heavily to bring buyers and sellers into live stream shopping. I told you guys I'd say it's been about a month now, where eBay invited me to be a part of eBay Live. And of course, I had zero, and I still have zero intention on doing that. But because I have a channel, I spent time asking questions to get the information for you guys. And the eBay Live commitment is this: and you might be contacted. So this is what you're up against. You have to commit to 6 hours per week on selling online. Like that's the stream length, 6 hours or more. There's no charge for joining the program. You just have to be invited. It's 8.9% fees. Six of that is final value fees, and the 2.9% of that 8.9 is for processing. Buyers cannot cancel, which is great, and no remorse returns. So it has to be an INAD. Now, of course, we know how that works, and they have, I believe, it's only a few days from when they get it to figure out if it's an INAD or not. You have to do it in a professional space. She didn't really elaborate on that, but I'm thinking if you're a clothing seller and you have just a pile of, just a pile of whatever you picked up at the bins, that may not be professional. eBay trains you with an onboarding process. You have a 2 to 4 week onboarding process, and it's only offered with sellers with good selling history. And you can't just go in and try to apply for it. You have to be contacted, and it's an internal team that figures out if your account is worthy. They pass it on to the callback team, and then they sign you up and send you an email, and then you can go through the steps of finishing the process. But that's where it ends for me. We have no interest because we don't have the inventory. 6 hours is a lot of inventory, guys. And you have to be able to commit to that. And I think many people just can't do that. And really, well, I could do like appliances and electronics and stuff. I can't commit to that. I don't have enough of the good stuff to really. And what am I going to make? Am I going to make full value on what I'm selling, or am I better off right now selling it as a fixed price? And that's kind of the way I look at it. So how much that growth that eBay Live has says about Live's actual scale remains difficult to determine. The company said in its first quarter earnings presentation that Live's annualized gross merchandise volume run rate had grown more than eightfold year over year in recent weeks. That's a lot. Eightfold is a lot. That's what got me thinking about this. Jamie Iannone also said daily GMV during the 48 Hours of Drops event was more than 60% higher than the previous eBay Live Black Friday record, while noting that Live was operating in 7 markets globally. But it wasn't that. Live back in November isn't what Live is now, with the amount of attention that it's garnered and more sellers. But they have more than 8x annualized GMV for Live, over 60% higher GMV as compared to Black Friday. So that's kind of where she's going in this article, that you can't really compare it. It's like comparing apples to oranges, and then 7 markets. So the figures sound impressive, and there are clear signs Live is gaining traction, but eBay has provided few of the underlying numbers needed to assess scale or sustainability of that growth. The geographic expansion also makes the year-over-year comparison difficult to interpret. So we're not going to jump any more into the numbers, but that kind of gives us a baseline of what you guys think here on this. Also, the other article that I wanted to point to was this one by also Liz Morton at valueaddedresource.net, where it says eBay adds bundle discounts. No, that's not it. That's another piece of news, but that isn't it. It's this one here. StockX joins Live Shopping with focus on sneakers, trading cards, and collectibles. So they do trading cards and collectibles. I didn't know that at StockX. So for buyers, they get deals in real time. They allow giveaways, $1 shipping on everything. And for sellers, it's I don't know about the StockX reach because I haven't used StockX, but they say reaching millions of buyers, sell faster in real time, and then 0 seller fees at launch. So those of you who are in the live selling game, it might be something to look into, because it looks like the no fees is going on through the 30th of September, and the $1 shipping is going on through the end of this month. So, live sellers, that StockX is another player if that's something that you do. It's not something we do. Play with live selling a couple times on a whim to sell some things, just to try it out. And honestly, I mean, if you bring a bunch of 2s and 3s on a scale of 1 to 10, if you bring a bunch of 2 and 3 in-demand items to the game, you might get some people that'll buy it from you, just sometimes because they feel bad. But also, they might have some interest, but you really have to have good stuff to get people to really aggressively bid stuff up on each other. So I don't know. I want to know if you guys are even bothering with live, and at what point would you consider jumping in as a live seller? What would be the thing that would get you to do it? Some people don't want to be in front of a camera. That's another thing. Some people don't want to be in front of a camera. Some people don't feel comfortable with a video presence. Some people are probably better off staying behind their computer, if I'm being honest. But John Gaynor's with us. Nice to see you, John. I hope you guys are staying cool. We are staying as cool as we can be.
113 degrees out right now.
And it's windy. It's like being in an oven, like a convection oven. Keith says, Jen, I sent you a messenger update. Okay. Mike says, hi, John. And by the way, nice to see you, Keith. Hopefully everything's good with you. Mike says, hi, John and Jen and family. It's unlikely that Buy It Now listings will ever leave eBay. Yeah. Live selling is impractical for the buyer who needs a specific item that might never come up in the auction format. And I think if anything goes away, it would be auctions as we know it. Not the live auctions, but the stagnant 3, 5, 7 day auctions that I don't know how many people really use those as part of their business model. I say business model loosely. Callie Debs says, hello, John, Jen, and chat. Nice to see you, Callie Debs. And there's Fisher Flips. My honest opinion of live selling is these sellers are getting rid of stale inventory and still keeping the good stuff for themselves. They'll hype it up and the gullible buyers will believe it. Yeah.
I agree with you, Scott, but I also think it's the ones that are successful and that are, making all of the hundreds of thousands of dollars on whether it's eBay or whatnot. I think those people have sources and they have a constant revolving door of inventory that's coming in and going out, and it's a constant revolving door. Mm-hmm. I think those are the people who are going to benefit the most from it.
And that aside, assuming that you have the sourcing to do at least 6 hours of eBay Live, do you have the personality to pull it off? So if I come to you and say, hey guys, you want to buy this remote control? It works with this fan here. No one's going to buy stuff from you. You got to be up front. You got to be excited.
You have to have a personality.
Yeah. And, there's people out there that probably do everything really well on eBay that couldn't do the live reselling very well. I think part of it is you're selling the product. Your personality will sell the product, which has never been asked for in any other form of reselling.
I wouldn't do well on a long live like that. I lose my enthusiasm pretty quickly.
But we have Duncan. Nice to see you, Duncan. I'm cold, and the crickets gave me a migraine.
Hey, come on over here. I'll give you crickets.
Too hard to do it. He says it's too hard to do it. He's still having problems. Wow. Megan Farrell says, "Happy Monday, everyone. Jenna, cookies were so good. I got a few bites before my daughter took the rest."
We love you. I'm so glad you got them.
Kevin Hawthorne says, good evening.
I hope you also like the items that you got to.
Yeah, I did get an INAD on that, so that's good. You know what? My account's been sick. It's been very sick. Both accounts have been very sick. They've been, mingling with each other, hanging out with each other a little bit. Someone caught a bug. One of the stores caught a bug, and the side effects on this illness that they both have now is a bunch of returns. Oh, yeah. And it's just horrible. Yeah. So hopefully they get better soon and the returns
whenever
go away.
Our mailman Sal comes to the door and says, I have gifts, I'm like, I don't want them. I don't want your gifts.
Well, that's the worst part of the returns is when they actually remember to send them back, right? It's the returns that you get where they're like, okay, they never sent it back that are good. But again, I say the worst part of a return, it's all the same. It's all business, and you just got to write it off as part of doing that business. As, sucky as it is, you get this thing back that is like this. I know this thing worked when I shipped it out, and it's like, what did they do how did they break this? I had this guy send me a message saying that, and it's weird. It was sent to an APO. and I don't know where the hell this place is, but very friendly guy said, hey, he's had it for like 3 weeks. And he said, hey, I'm going to have to return this because this thing is rated for 2,000 watts. I hooked up this 1,500 watt coffee maker to it and it tripped or something and it didn't work. And so it's not going to work for me. And I'm like, man, I've never had one of these units work, come back, but
Oh, the
I
converter.
said, go ahead and open a return and we'll deal with it. So he opens a return and I go to send the label to approve the label. And it says, you need to go in and go to your preferred carrier and buy a label and upload it and show us proof that you've uploaded it to the buyer. And I'm like, wait, hold on, wait.
Yeah, but they only have.
Why can't I buy this label through eBay? Now, because it's an APO, PPO,
Yeah.
a protectorate, it's one of those weird addresses where.
And it's not Puerto Rico.
No, it's probably a military base somewhere,
Yeah,
but.
It was some weird place I've never heard of.
So I'm thinking to myself, you know what? The guy's probably in the military.
Yeah.
And they were, they've been pretty nice and up front, showing photos. Not really necessary, but they went above and beyond to try to demonstrate. And they even sent me little things saying, "Hey, sorry you have to go through this. I really wanted this thing to work." Blah 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 blah. So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna go on here, buy a label anyway. I'm gonna have to go to Pirate Ship to do it. I'm gonna have to have them do this, that, and the other thing. I said, you know what? I just gave him his money back. And that's a rarity for me. And it's not because I didn't want to be bothered. There's a number of factors that I factored in, and all of it kind of pointed to this is probably your best customer service here at this particular point. I would have rather them reached out to me before opening a return, but I would never have known about it until they actually did. So that was kind of wild. And I got another really wild thing I want to show you here in a couple minutes, but let's get to some more of your comments. Brenda Smith says, rainy days and Monday. Hello, everyone. Sales are coming back. What's rain? I'd love to know what snow is and what rain is.
I don't think
I've heard people say
I'm at
downpour
the
sometimes.
point
I'm like, what
where
is all
I
that?
don't think we'll ever have rain again. We
Um,
haven't had rain so long.
Duncan says, happy Tuesday. Ring that bell. Duncan is here.
You
can do it!
Garden Resale Thrifts. Nice to see you, Garden Resale Thrifts. And Joe Samard says, howdy, John and Jenna. Also, FAE peeps.
Yeah.
Hello, FAE gang, says Coppercat. Nice to
Yes.
see you. Joe Samard says, John, what are your thoughts on the new Facebook seller app? I've not downloaded it. I have not used it. I saw the Justin Resells video, and when he took a photo of it, and it just, boom, gave the price and the title, and it just kind of flowed. To me, it's like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. So I really do think it's a good thing for Facebook Marketplace. And it's just another reason why, if you're stuck on eBay Island and you haven't ventured to Facebook Island or maybe Poshmark Island or Mercari Island to branch out your items, I think you might be missing out. I think it's definitely on our radar. Once we get the second account going, I'm thinking we'll probably do it after August sometime. We're going to get the second account back on the cross-listing train through TreeCat, get that all going. I have processes in my mind that I want to do to where the main isn't being cross-listed, but the things that I'm pushing over are, and the things that I'm choosing to list over there are as well. And I think that is probably the best strategy for me. MK3914, eBay is going well. I hope this continues into the fourth quarter. I do too. We are still up.
I really, if you're a praying type, I would really like some prayers that the store doesn't fall off of a cliff.
Duncan says, how's your health, John and Jenna?
Mine's good.
Hold on. Are you allowed to take your own pulse? Is that a thing? Okay, I think I'm okay. I don't think you can take your own pulse. It doesn't work.
Yeah, you can.
No, there's no way to accurately measure if you take your own pulse.
Yeah. No, he's
You
still
can,
he's
but
still
I'm
chugging
still here.
along.
I still wake up
I'm still
every
chugging
morning.
along.
Garden Resale Thrift says only 3 sales over the weekend here. Oh, that's horrible.
Oh God.
Casey, New York.
Hopefully your store is like the ones that we don't have, and it will start to pop off any minute.
Well, nice to see you, Casey, New York. And then live Time to Sell Collectibles says, "Hello, John and Jen and FA live chat. After 2.5 years selling on eBay, I received my first negative feedback. Buyer used a freight forwarder and item arrived damaged. Took 5 calls to customer service to remove."
Oh,
Wow. And you got it removed.
that's the key.
Now, here's the people will say, you wasted your time. It's not worth the effort.
Yeah, but when you
And
have a clean record for that long,
that's more of an ego thing. I'm going to put it out there right now.
It would burn my ego.
I'm going to put it right there right now. I think we allow the ego of a perfect score to get in our way of the good things that we're doing.
It reminds me of when our granddaughter, she's a straight A student, and at one time she got a B+, and she was devastated. And she's like, I got to do better. I got it. She pushes herself.
That's right.
And so, obviously it came up to an A. She's still a straight A student, and she's extraordinarily smart. And so,
That's a little different,
it would really hurt my ego. It does when that stupid asshole said something about my sloppy
that was a neutral, wasn't a negative. So I think your analogy about school is because you have control over. There's not going to be it wasn't like, oh, the B came from an error in the grading process and she deserved an A. Like this in this particular case, the negative wasn't warranted. Yeah. So it's a little different. But look, if we do get a legitimate negative, right? It was our fault. I'm not saying it was your fault here, but I'm saying for those of us who do get negatives, look, we screwed up. Okay, maybe the package was a little sloppy. Maybe it wasn't.
It was not.
But it's a learning experience, right? So instead of getting upset and all pissed off, think about what happened here. What could it be that they saw in the packaging that was sloppy, and maybe I'll try something different next time. Use it as a learning experience. Now, when it's not warranted, I think you should go and try to get it removed. And if you're okay with multitasking, maybe have the call on your phone, earbuds in or not, speakerphone, and you're working all the while you're waiting for the rep, then I don't really see how you're losing a whole lot of productivity. So yeah, but if it's causing you a lot of anguish and you can't get it removed and you just keep trying, it's not working.
I'm with you. I fully would do my best to try to get the negative removed after all that time.
What does that do?
What is that? How does that your soul?
How does that forward your business?
You're just too analytical in business.
I'm wondering. No, you gotta be.
It burns my ego, and I don't have an ego. Okay, so it burns whatever I have that is a so-called ego. That would drive me crazy.
But what does it do? Spending the time.
It's not. To answer your question, it does nothing for my business except make me pissed off.
Right, which is probably going to make you less productive because you're pissed off, right? You're like, what the hell is the use of me trying to pad these boxes? These people don't appreciate it, right? So
that's what I said.
That's what you said.
I wanted to throw a bunch of rocks inside of a box and make them open it.
Yeah, that's the wrong mindset. See?
No.
One day you'll get it.
I do get what you're saying, but that doesn't mean it doesn't still sting.
It shouldn't sting at all. It's just like, okay, we all have different opinions on how something should be padded. Does the damn thing still work when you get it? Yes. Okay, we did a great job. My True Serenity says, hey all, nice to see you. And Henri Squaw says, howdy, John, Jen, and FA chat family. Nice to see you, Henri Squaw. And there's Mark Dark Horse says, hope your Monday has been good. So far, so good. Very busy. A lot of stuff going on, but making it work. Jackie Blechter's with us, and Bachelor Brad is taking a puff for everyone out there. Wanted to show you something here that was somewhat I don't know. I want to refrain from calling this buyer not smart, but something's happened here. This item we've had forever on the second account.
We've had that. We have moved it from house to house.
I like the AI photo there. I didn't put it on a table. I didn't have a colorful background. It just what AI did for me. It was pretty cool. Nonetheless, finally the damn thing sold. and everything was good. Didn't hear back from anyone, and there's no reason for there to be a problem because we test this. We had these juicers from Breville. We have the entire thing, and there's more money to be made when you part these things out than I think some of these Breville juicers only go for like 30, $40 for the whole thing. But there's like 7 different components that you can part out and make more money for people who just want to replace certain parts of it. That's the intent here. And the title says Breville Juice Fountain Compact BJE 200 XL Replacement Motor Base works great. Okay, it's a motor base. Okay, it's clear. Pre-owned, lightly used. And we get into the listing, and it's just very, very basic stuff here. Pre-owned, motor base in good condition, ready to replace your old or tired or broken unit. Okay? Nothing wrong with this listing. Plenty of photos. You can see what's going on. So now I get a return request from this buyer, and they said, hey, this thing doesn't work. I need to return it. And I'm like, and they say, here's a link. So they sent me a Google Drive link to a video. Now, it makes me wonder if they just don't know how to make this thing work, or they thought that it was going to be the full juicer. I don't know, but either one is kind of concerning to me if I can get this thing working. Here's the video. Oh well, I didn't know they were going to show the addresses, but it's okay. Look at this. Yeah.
What do I want to know in the chat? What did that buyer do wrong?
Now I'm hoping they didn't think it was the full complete juicer, because it's like, where the hell's the juice gonna go? I mean, is that round thing where I put the orange, and it's just gonna, I don't know. Or did they not know that you have to put the other parts from the juicer on the machine for the safety to actually allow the thing to power on? These machines, they don't just work when you plug them in, and there's other components that have to go on there. I mean, your hair could get caught in the damn thing, and it would, like, who knows? It's like, what the hell? We're selling to these people. And I sent a message to the buyer, of course, no reply from the buyer. They're still waiting to send it out. So maybe that message, they're like, oh, okay. And they hooked everything up and it works. I don't know. But it's just, these are the buyers that we're dealing with right now. And I just thought, okay, you rarely get a video from a buyer. And when the video shows their error versus yours, it's like, it's worth sharing. Yeah. Kyle Cameron says, I'm here for this. Great to be back. Nice to see you, Kyle. And Pap2571 says, hi, guys, from Melbourne, Australia. Nice to see you in Australia. We have a few from Australia. You got Duncan, and now we have Pap2571. Nice to see you. Yes. Garden Resale Thrift says, ugh, live selling. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My true serenity. I don't know how you do it in that Nevada heat, even if it's dry heat. It's tough.
It wipes you out. Literally, like, I was talking to my aunt, and she's like, I hope you guys are surviving. And I'm like, we just stay inside. We don't leave the house unless it's absolutely necessary. Mm-hmm. So.
Which means I'm going to have to go play golf here pretty soon. Christopher, I'm going to play golf here pretty soon. Christopher Nutter says, I say in 10 to 15 years, live selling be probably it, I imagined. Only live selling. Yeah. It's hard to say because, look, you are at the mercy of somebody showing that item in real time that you need, right?
Sitting and waiting for them to put it up, and then you bid, and then, oh God, you didn't get it, and they only had one. And no, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I don't have patience for that.
And see, people would have to trade off their patience for something. It's like, if it's offered over here, I can just go and buy it, versus I can come here and compete with people for it. I'd better be getting value on that item.
Yeah.
I'd better be getting a hell of a discount.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the way it's always going to be.
Yeah. I don't think that I think live selling is going to be something of its own little, experiment. I don't think it's going to last. It'll last, but it will not take over just the buy it now things.
Time to sell.
It never will.
Says, has anyone seen the Whatever It Takes documentary on Prime?
Is that the one with
Ina Steiner? Is that the
Ina Steiner one? Because if not, I was looking for it and I didn't know what the name of it was, but I also didn't spend a lot of time looking.
No, it's a romantic comedy.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the wrong one. That's
Wait,
it?
right here.
Okay.
There's more.
It was showing it was the Whatever It Takes is a 2000
Keep
teen
going.
romantic comedy. A drama following four women navigating friendship, love, and motherhood. I don't think that's the one. I don't know.
Is that it? I mean, it sounds good. I would watch it.
I wouldn't watch it. Just being honest.
We know.
Megan Farrell says, just say no way to live sales.
Yeah.
Won't watch them, won't participate,
will
not do one.
Love it. I love it.
And there's a number of people who won't.
That's me.
Joe Costantino says, hi, Pap. And then Mark says, I got another scam buyer on Poshmark. Cancel order because of a phishing link. Ooh, yeah, be careful there.
You have to be careful. They do try to run rampant on Poshmark.
Yeah, you definitely need, I'd say, to be a niche seller with the following to really make auctions work. And then you can reach out to your buyers and say, hey, we have auctions ending on Saturday or something like that, and give them a heads up. True Serenity says, live selling creates this urgency, which leads to FOMO, and sadly, some folks go well beyond their budgets.
Yes,
I
agree.
It's the
you end up paying too much for something because you're fighting to get the highest bid, and I'm just not gonna do that when I can simply go to where I know I can buy it right now, and it'll be at my doorstep in a few days.
Garden Resale Thrift says, I had one live on Whatnot and it was bad a few months after Whatnot was popular. I mean, we were one of the first signups for Whatnot. We went through their program. Where it's like refer a seller on Whatnot and you get $200 after their first live. It's like, wow, that's pretty good. You can really get out there and start recruiting. We recruited one person. That was Archie. He sold some laser discs and they sent me $200. And it wasn't until about 6 months later I tried my first live and it was okay. It was fun interacting with the people, but it's just frustrating that, you're sitting there and you want $2 for this and no one's going to bid. It's like, really, I feel like I'm panhandling at that point. Casey New York says, I think live selling is here to stay for a while. People like it as a form of entertainment. Yes.
That's true.
Even if they're not buying anything. So someone like that maybe is a collector of trading cards, right? They'll go on, they'll have it playing on the side, or they're actively looking at it, and something will come across that catches their eye and they'll bid on it, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But I can't, for the things that we sell, I can't see it as being a thing. Duncan says, I'm too handsome to sell on eBay Live. And that's another thing. Some people need to stay off the camera. I'm one of them, but I make it work. Todd says, howdy. Nice to see you, Todd. Bystander says, maybe in 50 years, most people don't have time to sit around watching live.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's taking your attention away from whatever you're doing versus I can go on and find it in 5 minutes and within another 5 minutes check out and it's on my way. It's on its way.
Yeah.
Brad says, I'm too ugly to sell live. Hey, some of us are the exception, okay? Tommy eBay says, same brand, I'm fugly, bad for sales.
Same Brad. He's agreeing. Tommy's agreeing with
same
Brad.
Brand. Maybe it's the same brand, too.
Stupid.
Joe Costantino says, I cannot watch lives because I just don't like waiting to see if an item I want comes up.
Yes.
I need a new golf club, right? So it's like, okay, I'm not just going to take whatever they give me. It needs to be a lot what I want, right? Yeah. John Doe says, I bought off Whatnot back when there were massive steals galore. Yeah. Now you'd be paying way more than Amazon or eBay prices. Mm-hmm. Live auctions are for fanboys anymore. It'll chase people away long term.
Yeah.
So you think it's more of a fad?
You missed Maylene.
No, Maylene says he. Hee hee.
She says,
Hee hee.
here. I think she's trying to say, here.
Oh, okay. Well, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Tommy eBay retracted, and then Maylene says, hello. There it is.
There it is.
She meant to say hello, not he. Hello, FA family. I'm back from my 2-week Europe trip.
Oh,
Now back to the grind. That's
I didn't
awesome.
know you were going to Europe. I'm
So you caused all that problem in
jealous.
Spain. You caused all
Stop
that
it.
problem in Spain.
No.
Well, nice to have you back. Time to sell collectibles says, I personally will never sell live. I don't even cross list yet.
Yeah.
You know, there's some things you probably, most of us are probably going to either say, you know what, it might be something that I would consider doing down the road, or no, not in your wildest dreams will ever do that. And I think most people fall into that.
Yeah.
There's the great Liz Morton.
Hello.
Speaking of auctions, eBay is expanding extended bidding where extra 60 seconds is added if bid is received in the last 60 seconds. Announcement only for Australia so far, but expect other markets to follow. It's like, how long have they had to add that? How many years? That's called popcorn bidding. So what it does is it wipes out.
I hate it.
It wipes out your sniper tactic, right? So your snipers who are waiting have an alarm set. So like, okay, I'm going to go in and snipe this thing and get it at my price.
That's me.
And that's not going to happen anymore. So good update.
No, it does still happen. You just have to hold your breath for what I do every evening is I hold my breath for 30 seconds.
Yeah, but it's adds that it's not like I'm hitting it at the last second. I'm going to find out if I got it. Now you got to wait another minute. It gives that other person time. eBay all the while is messaging them, hey, you've been outbid, and it gives them a chance to jump back on the app and to compete with you. It's a great tool that should have been, it's called popcorn bidding, should have been put into place many years ago when auctions were kind of dying out. And I don't know why they're bothering with it now, but I guess we'll see how it works in Australia. Thank you so much, Liz, for the update. And thank you for the awesome material that you provide, us resellers, and keep us up to speed. And the fact that sometimes when it's a slow day, I can trust to go over to your site and find some pretty good stuff to talk about. So thank you for that. Again, go check out valueaddedresource.net when you guys want to get the latest scoop on reselling stuff. Mark says they bought the item and messaged me posing as support, saying my sales are paused. Go to this bogus link to verify your account. And
that's a new one.
Hopefully you reported them and got them knocked the hell off. Brett, nice to see you, Brett. Mad Hatter's Boutique says live selling to me equals making less on the item. Mm-hmm. I can afford to wait for the buyer, the right buyer. If I was thrifting 1,000+ items a month, then quick sales would be a better way to sell fast.
I agree.
But I would say maybe if you're buying stuff in bulk would be the way to do it. Say if you're thrifting, you're probably paying $3, $4, $5, $6 for whatever that thing is, because thrift stores have really jacked up their prices. So thrifting really isn't a good way to sell on auction, in my opinion. Now, maybe the bins, but you're buying wholesale, or you're getting a hell of a deal where it's your cost of goods is less than $1 a piece. That would be ideal. If you're spending anything more than that, and you run the risk, you have a small audience following you, you run the risk of losing money, and that's the last thing you want to do. Yeah. Mark says, changed her icon from her face with a deer ears filter to Poshmark support logo. That's weird. But you report them. Yeah. Poshmark will hopefully get in there and do something about it.
Yeah.
Recycled auto part finds. I was on a Dit show last week. That's on District. Mm-hmm. 14 people present. Seller couldn't sell T-shirts at $250 to start.
Wow.
So he kept putting them away. Very discouraging.
Wow.
That's like,
yeah.
You're setting it at $250 because that's the only way after fees and after their cost of goods they're going to make any kind of money, right? And even then, what are they making? Is it worth their time? Duncan is not feeling very motivated lately.
Oh, come on. You got this.
You can do it.
You got this, Duncan.
And we're watching that thing that from Iran, that guy that went to the KFC.
Yeah, what's his Luke?
Yeah.
Luke
He's
I
from
can't remember.
Australia.
He is from Australia, but he goes all around the world and he like tastes the food and he interacts with the people.
Yeah.
And it's really if you watch Peter Santinello, he's like that but a young version. He's like 24 years old.
And he went to all the knockoff fast food places.
Yeah.
And this is like a year
Sublime.
ago. But I wanted to show her because I thought it was pretty funny. And
It's
we went to KFC.
interesting.
So
Yeah, he
and
went to KFC.
yeah. Todd says, is there anyone here in the U.S. that is selling on eBay Live in this chat? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. But again, eBay's continuing to contact people. And I'm just wondering, if you were given the chance, if eBay was to contact you, would you sign up and go through the onboarding and all that and do it? Would you try it out? Because there's some people that might have a pile of stuff they're sitting on.
Yeah.
And a source to get more of that stuff that they would be intrigued to do that. Joe Costantino says, also, I really don't find most of them very entertaining. They're not.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not.
They're a very big majority of them are not. Paul, what's his Philly Flipper? He is entertaining and he sells live every single day. And he goes for like 8 to 12 hours.
I think when you do things live, it's very unsettling when you first start. So go back to this channel, go to one of our first lives. This is before she got on board. What was the biggest thing that we did wrong? Well, I did wrong on the live. I had no personality. I was robotic. I was serious. And sometimes when she's not here, I can kind of tend to be that way. But I think it kind of grows on you and you become yourself. Your personality comes out in the end.
Yeah.
Tommy eBay says, let's all do John and Jen a solid and hit that thumbs up. Yes.
Yeah.
Hit the thumbs up.
Hit the thumbs up and get your sale. You get one sale
You
from
get more than
us.
one. You can get a little more action on that.
Okay. All right. We'll be generous. So you'll get a sale or more than one sale within 24 hours of hitting the thumbs up. Just ask Todd. He gets them all throughout the live.
We got a question from Elizabeth. I don't know. Is StockX on eBay? I wouldn't think that they would if they're running their own promotions on stuff. But no, I don't see I might be wrong, but
maybe
let's
you're
see.
spelling it wrong.
No, that's the right spelling. StockX eBay store. Do they have an eBay store? They do have an eBay store.
It's with a dash.
Hold on. There it is. They are on eBay. There it is. And they have 78,000 items for sale. And they have sold 31,000. That's for clothing. That's pretty darn good. So of course they have that name recognition that people seek out. So I think that's part of it. I've
never even heard of StockX.
Yeah, they're like I guess they're the authority on like grading of like sneakers and stuff. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Joshua Hill says, hello, nice to see you, Joshua. David Davidson, good evening all. Slow, and very slow sales this weekend.
Oh, no.
Well, hit the like button and at least get one sale. We can give you that.
You see, and you just said there's only one sale.
I said we can at least give you one sale.
Oh,
okay. Elizabeth Castro says, done Whatnot, did okay for a while, but have stopped.
Yeah, slow sales.
You're going to get rid of a lot of merchandise fast, but you're going to make less money in doing it. So I'd say it's more of a clearance thing. So if you run into a situation, you're like, I got to just get rid of all this merchandise. It's been sitting in my store. It's not selling. Maybe you utilize Whatnot as a way to push stuff over. So you can use like TreeCat to push it over to Whatnot and then run it if you wanted to do something like that. Slow sales for Elizabeth. And Anissa says, hi guys, I got my cookies.
Oh, good.
I'm glad because your cookies went off on a tangent over to LA.
They went to Los Angeles.
Yeah, before it went to the East Coast. So I'm glad
they did a lot of traveling before they got to your belly.
Vintage Gaming Mike G says, selling live online is a modern form of large TV selling giants such as QVC, HSN. What will happen? It will enable large sellers and companies to come in and squash smaller sellers.
Yeah.
The only difference between the HSN QVC that we remember back in the 90s, late 90s and all that, in early 2000s is they had a set price. So what they did was they said, okay, we got this new thing in. It's you can't live without it.
It's 1995.
This thing does everything, and we only have it. There's a little timer at the bottom. We only have 5 minutes. So we're going to go on to the next thing when we're done. But the price never changed. It wasn't an auction format.
Yeah.
So they created urgency by making you feel like you're going to die tomorrow if you don't buy this thing, and that's what got people that impulse spending, right? And I think what auctions do, you have the element of impulse spending, but also the psychological of, I want to be a winner. I want to win. I want my name shown on the screen. And I think that's the extra element that QVC and HSN never had. David Davidson, I don't have the personality to be a live selling. I might hire someone for those 6 hours.
Yeah, that is definitely something you could do too.
Fisher Flip says, I agree, Jenna. A lot of ththese sellers have a hookup and getting inventory for pennies or even free, especially if they're promoting a company.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree.
Flip It Good says, happy Monday. Nice to see you, Flip It Good.
Monday.
And Cheryl says, I have done hundreds of Amazon lives. Just don't like the auction part of their other live selling.
Mm-hmm.
Anissa says, you're buying more of person than the product on Whatnot, it seems. I see things go for stupid money on there for the daily from certain people. It's a popularity contest.
Yeah. That's kind of what I've seen it.
Let's be honest. Mike, Camparelli, I know you're watching. At least I hope you're still watching. Let's be honest. You were on those lives when I was on Whatnot. Let's just be honest for a second. You weren't interested in half of that crap that you bought from me. You did it out of the kindness of your heart. And if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't have sold much of anything.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
We stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Megan says, no returns. In fact, I'm going to buy more stuff. I'm redoing the house and updating. You got what I need.
Yeah. Because she got the
little Bismarcky.
She got the gold door handles. Yeah. God.
That Bismarcky. And I can sing like Bismarcky. Oh, baby, you.
Stop it.
Anissa says, P.S. Thank you for the cookies, John and Jenna. I was excited
welcome.
over the box size and bubble wrap, too. LOL.
Oh.
They were not, they were well packed. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
We didn't want the cookies to be.
I had nothing to do with any of it.
That's right. That's the.
It was all
that's
John.
Right. I am the shipper in this house.
No, you're not.
Ryan says, good evening. Happy to see you. Nice to see you, Ryan. And Brad says, 81 sunny Southwest Ohio. I'd be the stumbling. I'd burn out trying to sell a remote, sporting a cul-de-sac. Got a little runway going on here.
I love it. The cul-de-sac. My dad is probably just laughing in heaven, let me say.
Dick and Dave says, thanks for your videos. I was very confused the other night when heavier Ground Advantage packages were cheaper than lighter items until I saw your video about that. Still very odd.
Yeah.
It is. I got a text from Archie today. He's like, I think they took that away. I ran 3 labels today for Ground Advantage and they were 3 to 5 pounds and they were the full price. I said, you had to have rural addresses because I checked with her and she's like, yeah, it's still happening. So
yeah,
it's almost half of the actual zip codes out there. But if you think those zip codes are less populated, it's going to be fewer people in there. It should only be maybe 10% of the time you get one of those where it's not giving you the discount.
Yeah.
Andy Reno says, I can't even find that Facebook app to download. Look under Seller app. Type in
It's called Seller app.
Seller app. This has got my hat too. Thanks for that. Cooking dinner, so popping in and out of chat listening.
Awesome. What are you making? We still haven't decided.
Yeah,
on
we're gonna
what
have
we're gonna
the sausages we bought.
Oh,
yeah. She's disappointed, but we buy them.
Disappointed.
She wasn't disappointed when she threw them in the damn cart at Sam's.
I did not put them in the cart.
Yeah, you did, ma'am. You sure did. I'm like, all right, if we have to. You know what's funny?
That's a lie.
I went to Costco yesterday and I spent less than $100, and that's never happened when she's with me. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're welcome.
Yes. Mark says no sales at all, just scammers over 1 month.
Oh.
Keep
going.
Build the store size.
Going.
You're gonna see less. The more items you have in your store, and I'm not telling you to build a 20,000 item store. What I'm saying is the more items you get in your store, the fewer zero sales days you're gonna have. It's just
Here
you
it
don't have enough
is.
volume.
Seller app. That's the logo.
Guard Resale Thrift says, I added over 50 listings to Facebook Marketplace today, not with the new app. I'm not able to download the seller app. So go check out. Now, you're not able to find it or you're not able to download it. Those are two different things.
Not with the new app. I am not able to download the seller app. How come?
Who did it? 99. I'm sick of all the stupid live auctions popping up on my eBay eBay app. Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yep. I agree. I agree with
hate
that.
it.
Brad says I was able to download Seller Friday app just fine.
Seller Friday.
No, it's not Friday. Just
Guess
Seller
what?
app.
Brad, you got the wrong app.
Yeah.
It's the seller. It's not even the seller. It's seller.
Elizabeth says grandkids listening, so we can't curse,
Oh,
guys.
well,
We cannot curse.
hello, grandchildren.
Thank you for being here with the grandkids. Mark says just moved past it. I'm sorry, man. It's okay.
Oh, it's all right.
Nah, we go through we go through as many comments as we can. I know I get a lot of flack for doing it, but I've always said you guys drive the conversation. We start the conversation off with the topic. We cover a couple things that are interesting that we show you, like the buyer who didn't know her juicer from a hole in the ground, and we kind of go over to some. It looked like a woman's hands, though.
I beg to differ. I want to go back.
Differ? I think I begged to. I got rid of it. I think I got rid of it. Oh. Yeah, I got rid of it. I closed out the tab. Manessa, I hear the app is similar to if you list on desktop for Marketplace. I don't ever list on my phone for any platform. It's similar layout, but it's the only way that I know you can get an instant listing. Well, there's two ways. You can do it through the app, or you can go through TreeCat, run your photos, set Marketplace as the destination, and the AI lister will run your listing over there.
Okay, so if you're wondering, this is what it looks like.
With all the lighting.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So
Brenda says, I agree with Jenna. I earned my first C in high school and cried all the way home. I would do the same with a negative. But see, that's the thing. You cried all the way home. You didn't like your C, and you probably learned from it. It's like, okay, if I don't want the C again, I got to do this differently and better. But when it's something that's not warranted, like, the situation that I think it was Time to Sell Collectibles shared with us, that's a different story. That is like being accused of a crime you never committed. Yes. It's like, I didn't do that. Mm-hmm. And I'd say if it's too much trouble to get rid of it, it's probably going to cause you distraction in what you're trying. So even then, it's still, you want to feel vindicated, right? But is it worth the time you're spending? Is the juice worth the squeeze on fixing it?
Back to the seller app. I do believe that it's Apple only, so Apple iOS. I don't believe if you have an Android, I don't think it's ready yet. From what we heard on Friday.
If you have a what? An Android?
An Android. Yeah.
Well, at least they got the best.
I think that's what I heard.
Ping says hello, John and Jenna, and the chat. Happy Monday.
Never mind. TJ, the dog mom, says. But I think Justin said they might have limited distribution. Okay, maybe that's it.
Mark says, try one time with support to get the feedback removed. That's that. You have to remove emotions from it. And again, if you're relying on the person who first answers the phone to resolve almost any issue, forget the feedback thing. Anything that is beyond, what is the website address to ebay.com, then you're probably going about it the wrong way. Know that the person that first answers the phone is not going to be able to help you. In fact, aside from giving them the basic, like, this is what I'm dealing with, you should probably end it with, this is probably something you're going to need to transfer me to somebody else in the specialty department that handles it. And a lot of times they'll do it because they'll realize that, it's a little bit beyond my scope. Cheryl says, I got a neutral for packing too well. I packed them all the same way. Others gave a plus. I think the guy just wanted to complain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about that other retard that...
Hey.
I'm serious. There's some people out there that just... You can't make them happy to save your life.
Mike G says feedback is, what did I say, gaming? Feedback is more important for collectible sellers. For most sellers, it doesn't matter, in my opinion. My 100% feedback definitely helps my store's credibility. It helps your credibility. It also helps if you respond in a very professional way and explain, because, these feedbacks that we get are almost always one-sided. Of course, they never tell everyone, well, they did make an effort to try to resolve the situation. No, they use it as a way to kind of be nasty in some cases, when it's like, no, that didn't happen that way. What can you do? Just respond with a positive and professional reply. Cheryl says, my Breville won't work without the other pieces. And that's my point on that video. Why did you open a return saying it didn't work when you didn't even hook up the rest? So either they just didn't think to hook up the rest of it. They were too lazy to do it, thinking, let me try it first. Yeah. Or they thought they got the entire juicer. That little turning thing. They probably thought that's where the orange goes. I don't know. Stop. It's like, people. Keith says they need to put the part on top. Yes.
There you go.
Yep. Did they send you a link that had a keylogger attached? No, it's a Google Drive. Oh, I hope not. I mean, gosh, that's a heck of a deal. You go and you buy a $25 item, and then you hit them with a return request. I don't know
if they're talking to you. I think they're talking about what Mark was saying.
Okay. I know that's infuriating. It is. Love my Breville juicer. It's a workhorse and even juices ginger root.
Oh, yeah. I did. I have a juicer coming.
Alzi Beatis says, I'm not interested in live selling, but I think the traffic to them will decrease over time due to live sales and agentic shopping. Reason I am buying to build up Shopify as a hedge to eBay. Well, you're buying to build it up too. See, I'm right. I'm kind of right when I improvise here. You just got to go with it.
No, I can't.
One other thing you have to think about is, to what end is eBay trying to grow this thing? Are they going to flood the market with more sellers, so only the good sellers, the top promoted sellers, are getting the action? Because what happens if you're a seller of, well, whatever, insert your favorite item here, you then go on to do your first auction, and who's going to show up? Who's going to know that you're there? I don't think that eBay is going to put you on page one on your first one. Maybe, I don't know.
No.
So how do you build it up? I don't know. It's maybe like any other site, but are you willing to go through all that?
Yeah. And at what cost will you do that to yourself for how long?
Mark says live selling is so dumb. It appeals to the lowest common denominator. Selling your items for $2 and $3. How is that worth your time? If you have a bunch of it in bulk, maybe you get like storage auction, storage units that you can then auction the contents. I know that there's people who do that on Whatnot and do quite well. And it's about recouping the $100 they spent on the unit. Maybe they have 500 items they pulled out of there that can yield $1,000 collectively. That would make it worth their while in a couple nights worth of lives.
Yeah.
Henri Squaw said they need a follow-up, guys. It is the eBay scandal documentary. Then I'll definitely check it out. I know what all went down, but to watch it like that would be interesting.
They did tell me it's more. The title is longer. You'll get to it.
Okay. Keith says anything worth good money will not be put out on a live because no one bids up prices high enough on lives for the normal higher ticket buy it now items.
Agreed.
That's right. That's why to me it's like we don't get extra money for the number of packages that we put in the mail. Yeah. The volume you sell you don't get a bonus for that.
Yeah.
Your goal is to find whatever way it is to maximize the amount you're going to get per item. That is your goal. And if you're throwing in the white flag saying, you know what, I just want this out of here tonight. I know that these things could fetch 5 to 10x what I'm starting these for. Then I don't think you're doing it right. That's just my personal opinion on it. Cheryl says, I would like to try live like Amazon, but have links to my eBay listings instead. No auction, buy it now. I don't know enough about Amazon. Todd says, cha-ching, not promoted. Well, we knew that. So, yeah, I mean, that goes unsaid. We know that if someone came to you and said, Todd, we're going to close your eBay store unless you promote, you'd be like, close it then. Yeah, I ain't promoting. They rely on your FOMO. Yes, that's the fear of missing out. Honor Squaw, type in whatever it takes documentary to find it. We'll find it. Anissa says you can finance through Klarna on whatnot. Don't pay your rent, but get that doodad.
That doodad.
But
yeah.
You know what?
That makes sense.
How many?
I'm sorry, but
X, I think I've read a couple stories so far where the guy, and it's usually a guy who does this nonsense. They spend their life savings on baseball cards instead of the thing that they were saving for, and then it comes time to go get the thing that they were saving for, or do the thing that they were saving for. It's like, honey, I spent it on these cards. Yeah. I've read many of those stories. Yes, there it is, right there. If you guys want
whatever it takes
scandal
inside the eBay scandal.
And if you just put whatever it takes, you're going to get a chick flick, just so you know. Andy Reno says, I overbid on my budget every day and whatnot. That's why I have a failing eBay business.
Stop it. That's a lie.
Well, hey, I have a failing eBay business only because people say so. So that's different. Overcome Writer's Block says, I thought about live, but the 12-second auctions aren't my style. Maybe if I could find people who like more of a video style type of auction.
I mean, I don't know how long that would last.
People have about a 12-second attention span.
It's just
that's kind of why
span is.
If you say we're going to be like QVC, you've got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
People will find something that'll get their attention.
They will rush
in 5
to go get that credit card. Yeah.
Well, no, they'll be like, okay, after a minute has passed, they're like, come on already, do the auction. You know what? I'm out of here. They lose interest.
That's me. I lose my patience very quickly.
Dark Horses, I think I reported them. I let support know. I get the best scams, only the best. Tremendous. No, it's just a numbers game. Everyone gets scams. Yeah. I think I've gotten the best scams. Charles McBride, I wish live would not keep popping up on eBay.
I agree. It's
almost
obnoxious.
Like they should have their maybe a link on the homepage, like a area or like a blurb, and then it takes you to a dedicated eBay live site.
Yeah.
So it's no longer
that would be so much nicer because I would rather not have to see it every time I log in.
Bid with Rachel says, I would not. I curate vintage jewelry and I don't have the volume or the items to sell for $3.
Yeah.
To me, it's just a clearance, a way to clearance out what you don't want to deal with. Mm-hmm. Andy says, I would not do eBay Live. I have a face made for radio. Anissa thinks that Paul's a jerk. I wouldn't buy from him, and I do spend money on the platform. Hey, I've met Paul. He seems to be a good guy for the little limited time that we spent, hanging out when he came out here. So, I think sometimes some of us, including myself, have this like resting jerk face thing going on, right? Yeah. And you're like, yeah, that guy, I don't quite like what he said. Plus, I see his face on some of these thumbnails, and therefore he's an asshole. I forgot the grandkids are listening. They've heard it before. But I think there's something to it. First impressions are like, that's it. Yeah. So I think that's part of it with me. Hey, at least I have an idea of how people feel.
Yeah.
Mark says, you said, yeah? Like, you agree?
No.
You're not supposed to agree.
I'm not agreeing to that.
Mark says, you're correct. Trucker Steve was my first Poshmark sale. Really good dude.
Oh, that's cool.
Are you dissing my Paul? Bid with Rachel says, I agree. I wish eBay Live wasn't the first thing to come up on eBay.
Yeah, it gets very annoying.
And
it's so funny because it doesn't pop up on his on the main account. It pops up only on mine. And it's very obnoxious.
Yep. Sorry, guys. I pick up my iPhone and I just look at something to check something out, and all of a sudden, all my notifications hit at the same time.
That's been happening to me lately.
I cannot stand that. If I have a call coming in or a text coming in, it's probably a good idea to let me know I have a text coming in. Don't wait until I pick up the phone. Dark Horse going to niche down to computers and parts. Just build it.
Yeah.
Build it. People will come.
Yeah.
Nissa, I really don't like him. Todd, I've seen him be a total jerk. Not a fan at all. But
Aw.
yeah, I think some of us, and I'll include myself into that equation. Some of us can be, the first impression isn't the best one. I'll just put it that way. Ping G says, I used to watch Philly Flipper before he started live selling. I don't watch him anymore.
Yeah. I think of course, because we know him from being an eBay reseller, he doesn't sell on eBay anymore. So he's not relatable to our community,
Mark's going to try Shopify through TreeCat.
Oh, yeah.
Tess, she cooks for you, says, good evening. Nice to see you, Tess. Thanks for being here. And Cheryl says, Amazon Live is like QVC, but the product doesn't disappear. Okay. So you still can get it after they're
So is Amazon, in my brain, I see Amazon Live as you're being paid by Amazon to promote that product, and you get a cut of the commission off of every item that's sold. Is that what am I on point there? Otherwise, tell me if I'm not.
Roadrunner Rerun says, Hi FA family sales seem to be slowly gaining steam. Summer slowdown was real for me. Yeah. Well, but you're seeing improvements. That's good. And as Mark says, you can do it.
Yes.
You can do it.
You can.
See, I told you, Mike, I know you very well. You're too nice of a guy.
I miss you, Mike.
You should have just let me just fail.
Don't come to Vegas right now because it's 1,000 degrees outside.
You can come to Vegas
but I
anytime
would
you want.
love to see you soon.
Todd says, I bought from John on Whatnot. Dang, what a loser I am. I'm sorry. Sorry I made you feel bad by buying from
He just turned around and sold it.
Megan Farrell says, Facebook seller app is for iPhone only right now. That's why.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Nissa says, pork roast, mini potatoes, and corn on the cob is what I'm cooking.
That sounds delicious.
Corn on the cob.
Sounds way better than sausages.
Well, even though I made homemade birria.
Yeah, that was
over the weekend. So it's like you gotta mix it up. You can't always be like Betty Crocker in there. Andy says,
"I just tuna fish.
I want to underseller app and downloaded Vinted instead." It's funny. You look for a certain, like if you go and look for eBay when you on your phone, maybe you don't have you should have the app, by the way, but you click, you type in eBay in the App Store, and the first thing that comes up is Temu. It's like, all right.
Wow.
They spent more than eBay did on the keywords on that one.
Wow.
Keith says, depends where you are. Seller app is only currently available in the U.S. And Oilman says, eBay is total trash and rigged. How can you sell 700 items, have 10 not as described and 1 late, and still be top rated?
That sounds like a you problem.
Well, it's a different way to measure it, to be honest with you. But 1 late, to be honest with you, 1 late ain't bad.
Is nothing.
If you sell 700 items, that's pretty good. I think it's counting that 3-month period, so that's pretty solid. So you're doing the other 689 items right. That's what they're looking at. TJ the Dog Bomb says, I downloaded Seller Facebook app on Android, but I think Justin said they might have limited distribution.
Oh, okay. That's probably true.
And
700 sales.
Pingy says, you have 10 not as described cases filed. That is way too many. 3 will get you restricted.
Mm-hmm.
David Davidson, I was permanently banned from Poshmark a year ago. I've tried numerous times to find out why. I decided that I just sell clothes on Vinted. And then until they hit you for being a reseller, and then they said, okay, we don't want all your listings on our site.
Yeah.
Oilman says transaction defects. That's a different story. You have 10 defects. That means usually eBay stepped in on your behalf when you missed a deadline, and that's never good. Even if you're opening a case against the buyer, that is going to create, in many cases, a defect on your account that you have to follow up with and get removed. So it's something you have to stay on top of, and deadlines, whether it's approving a return request or processing that return when it comes in, that's usually most of the reason why that happens. Mark says, that makes sense to ask for a transfer, John. You got to. Coming from the call center world, a lot of these call centers are making it difficult for you to do business with the company that you're calling, and they would rather you find self-service options or just deal
give
with
up.
Yeah, or give up. They don't want your call to get transferred. They don't want your call to come through anyway.
Yeah.
Spicy turtle nuggies.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. And TJ says, can I just say thank you so much for changing your minds on giving us your time back on the Monday and Friday lives. You two are like bookends of the week. We need you or we will fall apart.
Oh no, that's so sweet.
Thanks for that. Now I do have to make an announcement. It has nothing to do with Monday and Friday.
Do I know anything about this?
You do not. This is something that I've decided. This Wednesday.
You see how this marriage works? It's just really weird.
eBay is not involved in our marriage, ma'am. eBay and YouTube is a different entity altogether. It's just something that's like, hey, I'm wearing a different hat. Do you want me to tell you what hat I'm wearing tomorrow? On. So what I've decided is Wednesdays live, the Daily Grind show on Wednesday morning. This is going to be the last one on Wednesday.
Oh, why?
We generally don't have a whole lot of people showing up. I think we get like 50 or 60 people showing up for it.
That's plenty.
And it's plenty, but I don't have a lot going on to say. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide.
Or maybe you're taking a pause and you're...
Well, I am going to miss a week for sure. So this is the way it works. I think openly and someone pushes back and then I have to change it. Should we end the weekly Wednesday...
You know they're going to say no.
Morning live stream. I don't care if I have capitals in there or not. There you go. There's your poll. There's your poll. Let me know if I get more than 75%. I don't know.
What just happened?
I don't know. All of our chat went away, guys. Hold on. We'll get it back. Bear with me a second. Technical difficulty. Oh, I don't even know if the poll took, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Did the poll take? The poll, if I get more than 75, the poll totally killed my chat.
You didn't make it a poll. You made it a Q&A.
What are the options?
Wow.
Q&A. Well, what the hell is that?
You made it a Q&A.
Okay, we're
questions and answers, not a poll.
Well, that sucks on the... All right. It doesn't let me do Q&A.
Start a poll.
Okay. Should we end the weekly Wednesday morning live stream? Okay, there we go. If I get less than 75% saying no, then I will end it. So it has to be over 75%.
I mean, do you have anything better to do?
Yeah,
other than
like work.
Work?
Yeah, that's the best thing. We are eBay first over YouTube. That is the rule here. We are not eBayers. We're not eBayers that are hopeful that we can turn this into a full-time income as YouTubers. That's not how we roll. That is not the ambition at all.
I'm just saying, like, it's one day a week. You went from 5, and now you're going to do nothing?
If it's wanted, we'll be there. I just, you know what? We'll let you guys decide. We'll let
I want to know
fate
your reason.
decide this. There's no reason. I'd rather just have a routine that doesn't involve, like...
Why? Is it because you woke up late last week?
No, it has nothing to do with that. My phone is at... All right. See how she does me? I can't have a personal thing happen to me without her telling you guys.
He's gonna scold me when we get up. When the camera stops rolling, he's gonna scold me, and then he's gonna tell me why.
I can't believe you. Oh, you're back. Okay, sorry.
I'm telling you, he's going to tell me his reason why afterwards.
Oh, you kind of hit it on the head. It's just not that I can't get up in the morning. You
have your routine. You changed up the way you do the listing part of it. You have a routine, but it doesn't hurt to have your 1 hour live on Wednesday mornings. I'm fighting for you guys, okay? Because I don't really care. To be honest, I'm still sleeping at that time. So, I would like to know a valid reason other than you're going to get an hour extra of work on eBay.
Keith says, I have seen sellers that state they have often lost
Do you
money
see how
on
he goes on? He just pushes me away.
Yes. You keep repeating yourself, I guess. Bystander says, shill bidding is a problem. Live. Tons of whatnot sellers get caught all the time. Yeah, what's to stop that? What's the stop? That's just weird.
That is
that's
weird.
just weird.
How do you do that? Do you pay somebody to sit and do?
Reef Steve River says, I moved some slow moving items last month on whatnot, got the cash and the room. Yeah, if you're trying to find a way to move stuff and you don't want to donate it, you don't want to have a yard sale, live selling is a way to get a little bit of cash, provided you have stuff that people want.
Don't forget, you make sure you read that question carefully. It says, should we end the weekly? So if...
We're close. We had 74% of 23 votes. 74% of you say no, and I need to have 76 or more to continue.
Oh boy, you guys are skating on thin ice.
But we do have some haters that do vote yes, I guess. But
the haters can keep hating.
Jamie B. Reseller says, great advice.
Well, thanks.
We try to give good advice. There's Jovial. Hey, fam. FA fam. Happy Watermelon Day. Let me guess.
Watermelon.
John and Jellen do not like watermelon.
I love watermelon. He hates all fruit.
Not all fruit.
Yes, he does. He doesn't do any fruit.
I
love watermelon.
I'll do some grapes.
You will not.
I like me some tomatoes. I like some
You're
oranges.
waiting for me to say that's not a fruit.
Yeah,
but I know better than that. Oh, look at
what
that.
What is this? What happened? Something popped up that says it was a gift of some sort.
It was a gold coin.
What is that?
From Keith.
Does that pop up on the screen?
Yeah, he basically, I don't know how it all works.
I don't know,
completely,
YouTube.
But
does that mean I'm going to get a gold coin in the mail?
No.
So what does it do?
It's just something, when you earn so many coins, you can, or is it not coins, but from earning the top fans, you get points, and you can use those points to give like little gifts.
Oh, okay. Well, I wish it would pop up on the screen.
I know.
Mark says 3 sales show to buyers now. If I can make it past the first round, I'll do well. It's a very nice close. Keep building your store. That's my advice. Yeah. From what I've seen, keep building. Henri Squaw says, write that down and let Ryan know to have them click a link to get live selling off our feed.
Yeah.
That's to say if...
Wait, can you click on it when it's up like that?
I'm trying. I'm clicking.
No, click there. Yes.
Set Unk Alert. Unk Alert?
All Things Gaming. Thank you so much, but we have no idea how to get it on the screen.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, and it's like all these things are popping up.
ABC Matt!
A goat trophy.
Hello, the goat trophy.
Hey, I saw something that was pretty funny today. They were talking about, it was not a live, but a short where I think it was an AI Dennis Rodman. I'm not quite sure, but they had asked him,
is he still alive?
Oh, yeah, he's still alive. And they're asking him, is LeBron the GOAT? And he's like, no. And the only GOAT that LeBron is get on another team. I thought that was, because he went to another team. So I thought that was great.
Oh, wow.
So he is the GOAT for that.
Nissa
says, Philly treated one of my friends really bad. That's not good.
Oh, no.
Well, that's not good.
That isn't good at all.
ABC Matt says, flipping ain't easy or cooking ain't easy.
Cookies.
Cookies ain't easy. Whatever. Cooking ain't easy either. Yeah. But I can tell you that cookies are a piece of cake. They're so easy to do.
And he finished the last one today.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot left.
It was one.
Yeah.
I left it there on purpose.
Yeah. It was a courtesy cookie.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Time to sell collectibles. If I can find a live seller, I have a whole bunch of sports cards. Baseball, NFL, NASCAR, 70s to 90s.
Oh, wow.
When my children started opening hobby boxes, cost too much to get graded. Yeah,
Really?
that's a scam to me. It's like, yeah, we'll grade your card, but we're going to charge you based on the value after it's graded.
Oh,
It's like, what if I can't afford it?
that's a scam.
Um, Read to see forever. I was looking at that Vinted app. I have a showing in 30 minutes, so it's so hot out here. Ugh, well,
Oh, yeah.
Ant
I don't go outside at all costs in Vegas right
Ant
now.
Rad Left Lunatic says live
What the
sales
heck?
are annoying. Now I have to entertain customers. No thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to entertain them, keep them interested. If you're not keeping them interested, they
Yeah.
won't stick around, and you won't
Exactly.
sell your other things for anything.
That's true.
Reef the Sea Forever says, no kidding. Plus, you need a lot of energy. It's more of a young man or girl's game.
Yeah.
I just, to
Yes.
6 hours of, really, I think after about the fourth or fifth hour, you have to be faking it really good.
Well, that's a long time. I'd say after 2 hours, I'd be done.
You're like, listen, guys.
Because it's easy to do 2 hours because it goes by pretty quickly usually. Well, it did for us anyway. But after anything after 2 hours, I think I would just be like, okay, I've got no personality left. I've got no cares left. Just take the items and.
Andy Reno says, I think somebody should have made that clear. It was for iPhone only. I spent hours and hours and hours trying to download. I think I should sue somebody.
Try. Go for it. Go and sue Apple because they had it in the store.
So, guys, this is the segment of the show where I want to at least take a moment to tell you about.
Why is that on the screen?
What's what on the screen?
Do you not see the screen?
They don't. So you're killing the production value of the show.
They do see this.
They do not see that.
They do see this.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Well, I have to get rid of that. That's all. Hold on. I can't get rid of it for some reason. It won't go away. Hold on.
You have to get to her comment.
Something's kind of funny here. The chat is going crazy. Bear with me a second, guys. Let's get this chat right. Okay, now is it working? Yay! There it goes. So we got it back, I think. I think we got it right. So here's the segment of the show where I want to tell you about TreeCat, because we're going to do a drawing here in a minute, and I want you guys, number one, to put a number between 1 and 300 in the chat. We're going to give away a hat and shirt from TreeCat, and I just want to take a moment to quickly show you that.
Okay, while he does that, I need to.
It's not going to be a 2-minute deal.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't. So essentially, you can do a lot with TreeCat. We've showed you on the video I put out today how you can quickly move stuff between accounts as an ink frog replacement. But you can simply also go in here and take some photos. And let's say I'll take this photo and I'll take that photo and analyze for eBay the photos, and it will tell me what it is, and it'll create a listing. Now you can do this in batches, and this is it's called image autofill, but it's your AI listing tool, and it is very efficient. It does a lot of cool things within the listing. It identified that as a Schlage electronic keypad deadbolt door lock keyed entry satin nickel finish, and I didn't have to tell it anything what it was. And you can go into the listing. Let's see here. I think create one listing on eBay. So it's going to create the listing, and then once it's there, it creates an item description, puts a suggested price, and it's funny because I just listed this today, and I did list it at $79.99, so it wasn't very far off. You set your policies, return policies, all based on what you have on eBay and your SKU and all that stuff. It fills in your item specifics. So here's your item specifics, and if you don't like where it put your item or what it set for your item specifics, you can always do an autofill redo, and it'll go in and change the values that it assigns. So good stuff, and it's TreeCat. You can use my code to get 2 months for free down below to try it out yourself. If you want to cross list, you want to use the AI listing tool, or if you just want a place to store your listings so that if you come across that thing next year, you have a listing ready to go. Or move items between accounts up to 10 accounts, go check out treecat.io with my.
Did you move one?
I didn't move one. I showed him real quick the AI lister tool real fast. So put your number in the chat between 1 and 300. And in a few minutes, I'm going to read some more of your comments. But in a few minutes, as people kind of catch up on the live, we'll get to that later here. I'm trying to catch up to where I was. Ant says, okay, that was a sidebar combo. Bam, 69.56. If I want live auctions, I'd go to Highbid, the actual auction house. I'll buy from them and don't buy anything retail anymore except for food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Read to see forever says live selling. It's like you're selling a pin in a haystack. Once you get following, you'll get a sale. Yes. You're reliant on who shows up.
Yep.
David said, no, I listen while I'm at my regular job. I need my fix.
Yeah, he said that when you said I'm not going to do Wednesday anymore.
Andy says, I think Jenna is going to have to wake up early on Wednesday with you. She doesn't. That's not going to happen. You can use coins to lower the temperature in Nevada. Yes, I'll need to do that so I can go play golf.
Oh, I wish.
There's Thomas S. Nice to see you, Thomas. And Duncan says the 100 cookies with added crickets you sent got stolen by the postman. I'm so
file
I can't help you.
What's
there.
it? The didn't arrive. You need to file it.
USMC mom says we're so nuts that we're leaving our gorgeous 69-degree stormy weather and going to Laughlin tomorrow.
Oh.
Not leaving the casino.
Yeah, don't leave the casino.
I mean, even that river out there that's outside the casino, it's tempting. But as soon as you go out there, you're going to feel like you died.
The heat smacks you in the face. And it's hotter in Arizona and in Nevada or Laughlin.
You remember where that was at? You okay?
You know what?
Hold on.
Don't make me smack.
Let me get this tool up and running for the drawing. The drawing. And the drawing we're going to do here right now. So I think I've given people enough time. There it is, right there. Ignore the other advertisements. I have no idea whose dog that is. But we're going to stop with Mark Suddick being the bottom. Here's for the Tree Cat shirt and hat. Good luck, everyone. So like intense. What do we have? 105. 105. I'm trying to look at the few that did. And it looks like 105 could be a little Thomas S action.
I think it is. Wait, is there any more above that?
There's no more above that, no. Nope. So not a whole lot of folks participated.
So guess what, Thomas? You're going to have another shirt just like I have.
Has he won before? I don't think he's won before.
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think he has. So, you know the routine. You know my email address. Send me an email with your size and your address, and we'll get that out to you.
Congratulations. We're now part of the Tree Cat crew.
Andy Reno says, we don't see nothing. I think we all picked up a bug. I think my store got that return bug that people try to avoid. So we're just going to let it rest, keep feeding it listings and hopefully it goes away.
Yeah.
Todd went to the movie yesterday, saw 8 kids in Spider-Man costumes. We saw Odyssey, good movie, but long.
Yeah,
we saw Odyssey as well.
That too.
She didn't want to see it. I thought it was probably one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Thought Matt Damon did a great job and it was worth going to.
Yeah. We went to see Odyssey, and then Tyler obviously he's in Texas, and he went to go see Spider. He's a huge Marvel Spider-Man freak. I mean literally has a tattoo of Spider-Man.
You can make those Marvel movies between now and the end of time, and people still go. It's crazy. Yeah. So let's see what else we have here. Bacon, cheddar, tomato sandwiches are fire.
That does sound good.
Yeah, I don't want the tomato. I'll take the tomato in my salsa, but not on my sandwich. Nugget says, Jen, I will raise an item not received for the missing cookies. Please do. We've got Mark says, I thought they were being honest. I know y'all didn't add your own crickets. No.
Yeah, no.
That's a Duncan thing. He really loves his crickets. Welcome to the Tree Cat merch, Thomas.
Yes.
And Jovi says, Laud be due. I built a small 30-foot by 16-inch retaining wall yesterday and can't move today. Getting older ain't for wimps, all I'm saying.
Oh my, what were you thinking? Why didn't you hire somebody to do that?
here's the thing. We got 67%. So we've got 42, 60. It went down. I will be here on this Wednesday. I will ask the folks that actually show up what they want me to do. I think I'll do that. But we're going to miss the show in 2 weeks because I will be on my way to a golf thing in Nebraska. Well, I'll be in Denver and then Nebraska that night.
Yeah, well, you have fun. Enjoy your cooler weather.
Thank you. I will take a video for it. I'm going to bring my little pocket cam here and do a little vlog style on the trip. That'll be fun. Keith says, thank you, John and Jenna, for the live. Jenna, I'll pass your message on.
Yes.
And Thomas says, would have been nice to win during Cookie Week. Yeah.
But you're too busy beaching it up on vacation. So...
Shop with Cheryl says, I just pulled my pizza out, and I think some of the peppers came straight out of Satan's ass.
Oh, no.
Some of those peppers could be crazy.
Oh, yeah, remember when Jonathan did? Yeah.
I had my son was, I think he was like just 18 or whatever, and he was out in the backyard.
He was like 16.
Was he 16?
Yeah.
But he's like, I can eat anything hot. I'm like, okay. I'll give you $5 if you can eat this little red pepper we pulled off the bush. Yeah. And he tried. He's like, "There's no problem." And then after a minute, he's like, "I gotta go inside for a minute."
Inside, and so chugging.
We're outside working on the backyard. I'm like, "Where the hell did he go?" And I went in and he had like the milk out and everything.
He was chugging a gallon of milk.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that's BS. So with that, I think we're at the end of the comments. I want to thank you guys for being here with us today. Heck, I didn't even see how many people we had with us today, but it's probably the right ones were here with us. So thank you for being here with us, and we will see you guys here on Wednesday's show on the morning. I'll do that this Wednesday, and at that time we'll decide if we're going to continue with that or not. But I just wanted to put it out there because if it's something you guys want to see, then we'll continue it. But if it doesn't get a whole lot of who gives a shish, then to me, then we'll just can it. So
was there 1 or 2 draws today with 2 winners?
Only one drawing.
Just one.
We do one drawing per show usually. And then we have multiple drawings throughout the week, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so you'll have another chance on Monday.
Yep. No, on Friday.
On Friday, sorry.
On Friday.
I keep wanting it to be Friday.
So with that, guys, I want to thank you, and we will see you guys here. And go check out the video I put out. Talks about the Ink Frog replacement option, which is your move function that's going to allow you to move items between eBay accounts finally, and without having to pay an arm and a leg to do it. So
yeah, everybody have a great week. I hope you all get lots of sales and the fire starts for your the next few months. So we love you so much.
Take care, everyone.
God bless.
See ya.
You can do it!
Chargebacks, returns, and low-ball offers too. Verbal takedowns, they're a pain, what can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, weigh your guy. But flipping ain't easy by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the things that are within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Hit subscribe, drop a like, and catch all the replays. Content all week, every lesson that we've tried. Flipping ain't easy by by your side.